Welcome to the Big Belly Biker. Hello!
Hello and welcome to the first video of the Big Belly Biker. My name's Kevin. This is the first vloggy style video I've ever done, so do bear with me. I do apologise if the sound and the video recording is not great. It's all new equipment to me, so we're going to see how it goes. Like I said, my name's Kevin, I'm 45, I live in Dorset. We are in the middle of December, so the roads are very greasy and horrible, but at the moment this is the first decent day of weather we've had in a long time, so it meant I tried to get out on the bike as much as possible. I am off to West Bay to get a cup of tea. West Bay is a coastal town or village just outside Bridport, and there's a good space for where bikers go, so that's where we're off to. This is my Transalp. It's a Honda Transalp 750. I've had it since about September of last year. This is my first big bike. I decided to get into biking about, well, spring of 24. Never thrown my leg over a bike before, always wanted to as a kid. The dreams of having in the late 90s a Aprilia 125 were dashed by my mum. Look, shout out to my mum if she's watching. I think she knew what I'd be like on a bike, so as soon as I was old enough to get car lessons, she booked me in for them, and once I had my car license, I then never really looked back at bikes until I reached the age of 45. So yeah, took my CBT in May of 24, thinking it was going to be really easy, just chuck my leg over the bike and they'd give me that and no problems. But yeah, it's been a very big learning curve biking. It's coming from road bikes and mountain bikes. I thought, yeah, it'd be easy, it's all the same, it's only two wheels. It's the only thing on two wheels I probably haven't ridden. And soon found out that geared bikes and how the extra weight of the bike and how it handled in corners and things like that makes it very different. But once, I'm not saying I've got it down, but once you start to get it, the buzz of riding a bike is nothing. It's the best thing I've ever done. I've tried to talk all my friends into doing it, and that will be my next challenge, is to try and get more of my mates out on the bikes to go riding with, so I don't have to talk to you lot on my own. But there we go. Yeah, this is the road to Main Newton. Got some lovely bends here if the cars weren't here, but because the roads are like they are, I'm just going to take it nice and easy. Nice easy ride. Check what the picture's like. I've just got this camera. It is a DJI Osmo Action 6. Never really used an action camera before. I think I had one of the first Heroes, which I did a bit of mountain biking with, but the picture quality was horrendous, so, and I didn't really ever stick with it. So we'll see how this goes. And I've just picked up a Mic 3, which is in my helmet, which is really the main thing about today, is just checking to see what the level's like, because it does seem very loud on the videos that I've done so far at home. But we'll see what the wind noise and how it is. Oh, look at these roads. Gotta be so careful. Maybe it's not the best way to come today, but I'm gonna go take it easy. One of the topics I wanted to talk today about was styles of bike. I have an adventure bike. I'm an adventure dad at the moment. Probably right in the demographic. I got a couple kids. When I first got into biking the second time, it was kind of, I've watched videos like On the Road Adventure with Rich and Eva, one of the best channels I think I've ever watched. They go away touring and they're all over the place. Such good people. Go camping, all these things I thought I'd want to do. Then I forgot I'm a bit of a recluse. and I don't tend to get out, so all my rides are after work and weekends, getting in a couple of hours here and there. So even though this bike, even though it fits me fantastically, I am 6'3", 6'2", somewhere around about there, and I weigh 20 stone. So I'm a big old beast. So the dreams of when I was a 16-year-old riding what then came out Honda Fireblade, or maybe even an R1 or something like that, those days are well and truly gone, because I just will not fit on a bike like that. But when I did come back, I looked at bikes like the Triumph Scrambler, Kawasaki's 900. Even I learned to ride on a 125, which was the XSR 125, which is like a kind of heritage style bike. So the 900 version was definitely there, but I thought, oh, the idea of doing all this, going out and doing touring and things, is why I went for a bike like this. But it just hasn't happened. So at the moment I am thinking of changing bikes. I have put a deposit down on another Honda. It's the new CB1000F. Saw it come up in concept kind of terms, and the look of it looked amazing, and I must admit I was blown away by the looks of it. The only thing I had, because I went and sat on a Hornet, the 1000 Hornet, and trying to get my legs to fit on a 1000 Hornet, it was not a comfortable bike for me, and I'm just hoping that this bike will be slightly more upright, a little bit better in the sizing, with a different seat height and the peg position, and I could be comfortable on it. So I did go to Motorbike Live this year, up in Birmingham. This camera did turn up just in time, so if you want to go and see that video, it's on my channel. Fat man sits on a bike, and the very first bike I go and sit on, I made a beeline straight for the Honda stand and had a sit on it, and well, it's not as comfortable as this, I must admit, but I think I can get away with it. The new CB1000 GT probably would be better, but I want a bike you look back at and go, yes, that's lovely. And unfortunately, I hope she's closing her ears, but my Transal probably isn't that bike. Versatility, fantastic. Top box, got panniers which I've never used, that's a bit embarrassing, but I've got the top box is brilliant, never take it off now. Carries some stuff in it, all that stuff I could need. I'm sat upright, I've got a screen, heated grips. I will pull over at some point and go through the bike, because and what specs I've got with it, because it's not just the bit of water on the road. Slow it down a bit. So yeah, as a bike to use, this bike has been amazing. I don't really want to get rid of it, and that's another thing, is can I get away with having two bikes? I don't really have room in the garage, but I'm not quite sure why I'm indicating. It's not quite here, is it? Down the bottom there. Cancel that. Let me through. Should have pushed my safe way through there, but I was downhill, running downhill into it. I thought I'd keep going. Yeah, so this road leads towards Bridport. It's a lovely road when it's dry, but it has got a lot of rubbish in it, so I'm going to take it a little bit easy. But yeah, I wonder what everyone's thoughts on bikes like that are. The amount of genres of bikes, like heritage kind of style bikes, which is what I thought I would like. The adventure bikes definitely suit me. When I first passed, the idea of being a bit of a GS wanker, well, actually probably more of a KTM 1290. I never had the problems, but the 1290, when I sat on that, I was like, oh yeah, this is a bit of me, I could have this. But being my first bike, it's way too fast, and the insurance, when I tried that, that's a topic on its own. Could do a whole 30-minute video on insurance on bikes. But yeah, I got a insurance on a 3 or 4 year old 1250 GS. I think was over over 2,000, I think it was, and the KTM was £1,800 for a year, and I'm not rich. The bike itself was expensive and would have been quite a big outlay. So yeah, the insurance on this was, even though it's still probably 800 quid at the time, because I hadn't obviously had my full license for a year, which has now come down quite a bit. Yeah, just couldn't really afford to have the bike that. But one day, but yeah, in the meantime, I thought, well, instead of going straight for the bike you definitely know you'll probably end up on, which is probably going to be a 1300 GS one day, or maybe even the new 1380 or 1350 KTM Super Adventure S. I think I'm going to try a couple of different bikes first. Last year the GB350 came out, I thought, oh, what a bike, but with my fat ass on it and only having 20 horsepower, I think the ego got the better of me. I probably would have had a great time on that bike, and I probably would have ordered one early enough to get one, would have had one by now, but because I had this, and I thought, nah, I don't really want to go small. I don't want to go back, because I spent about 3 or 4 months on my 125 learning before there was a bit of a gap between my CBT and taking my tests. Thank you very much, sir. So yeah, I didn't want to go back to a small capacity bike where they are the in thing at the moment. Everyone's seems to be wanting one. Let's 30 through it. Let's bring it down a little bit. But yeah, so we're about 5-10 miles away from Bridport and then onto things. So when we get on the outskirts of Bridport, I'll bring you back again, and we'll ride into West Bay and go and get a cup of tea. So we're just coming into Bridport now. So they'll turn the camera back on, which hasn't become that natural to me yet, or known if it's running with the mics running. How any of these people I've watched thousands of hours do. So big up to all the YouTubers that I watch using NK, Mr. and Fly. I've watched hundreds of his videos. They make it all look so seamless. Lamb chop rides, make vlogging look, and just talking naturally to the camera, something that I've not found. I thought I'd find a lot easier, but I don't. I'm a bit of a awkward guy. So yeah, talking to the camera, and that's what I was about to say. When I'm coming into West Bay now, it's a lovely biker area, but how long have you got to be riding before you can really call yourself a biker? Because I remember coming down here on my 125, circling the car park, seeing all the other bikers, and just coming straight home again because I didn't want to have to talk to anyone. And that has not really changed. I will go places, I will stop and maybe take some photos, and then get back on my bike again, where again, when I see Rich and Eva, they seem to be able to talk to anybody, and they talk about that biking community. It's something that yeah, I need to put myself out there a bit more. So so here we're coming up to the roundabout for West Bay. Sort of one of my trips that I go to a lot. Yeah, so I don't usually do it in this way round. We usually do it the other way round. because I'm from the other side, I usually do the coast road first, come to West Bay, and then maybe go back through Bridport, back through Bedminster, back through Main Union. But because I had to get fuel this morning, I did it the other way. Nod to the bikers. There are some out today, even though it is quite cold, but it is dry, and it was dry yesterday, so the roads aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. There's still a lot of crap in them, but they're not too bad. So we'll see how many people are down here, and grab a cup of tea before heading back home. It is a bit blowy today, so I'm not sure how much of the sound is going to come out on this mic. Like settings, I've had to look online and see what other people, how they set theirs up, but I'm not great with technology, so I've just kind of really turned it on, turned a few things down, and I'm hoping that will pick it up. But there is a like a noise cancelling bit which I don't think I've got turned on, but that's what these kind of videos are about. The first few, they are going to sound a bit rubbish, and I think it's probably only been my family members and a few mates I would watch them anyway, so no one's really going to be watching this too much. So, but here we go, come past Big Frank's, big sausage, indicate, see who's around. No, car's just going to come. There are a few bikes out. Let's go round the back and have a park up. Coming right round the other side. Really don't want to hit no one's bike. Right, so that was West Bay. Nice cup of tea. Better put it in gear, not embarrass myself. So we carry on with our tour of Dorset. Now it's back towards Weymouth. Can't really grumble about 80p for a cup of tea, can you, for a biker? Nice and warm. Builder's tea, perfect. Quite a few GS's around, and there was a lovely CB1000 there, the older version, which I did look at before ordering the 1000F. There's the sea. Into Burton Bradstock. Oh, I do hope it stays like this for a while. We've had such wet weather over the last few weeks. When you leave for work, before it's light, and then come home when it's dark as well, you do miss going out on the bike, and don't really live my work's only about 6 miles away from home, so getting kitted up to take the bike to work doesn't always. I would love to do it more, I just can't, and also I need my van quite often to pick bits and pieces up and rubbish up and things, so means this bike hasn't really been touched in the last 3 weeks, so this is another reason why I'm taking it easy, because being, like I say, only a newish rider, it's starting to become a bit more natural to me, but yeah, it's yeah, steering in the corners and things is just so much different than on a bike which weighs nothing. I didn't realise how much I used to steer a bike, push bike and mountain bike with my legs. I control the direction and things, but with a 200 kilograms adventurous bike you can't really do that. So there's the sea, beautiful here, it really is. Anyway, I'll go back to it. Yeah, so I'm not the, obviously I'm along the path now of counter steering. There's getting the bike to tip in, then using your body to turn in with it, and the bike kind of follows. It's having that confidence to know if you push on the handlebar rather than steer, you're like pushing against the corner, and the bike will then start to lean in and you go with it, which in the summer's great. I'd say I will try and push corners and stuff. I'm learning to love to ride, but in these weather and when it's so damp and slippery right in the middle of the roads, you just can't really just lean it into every corner like you would like to. Which is pretty, and like I say, this road has had its fair few accidents, which is why it's now 50 all along here, to try and reduce the speed limit. Which I totally understand. Like I say, this last summer has there's been quite a lot of accidents, which does make you think, especially as a new rider. It's like you're not invincible. But in the meantime, you only live once, so get out and ride. Always a nod. That really annoying you when there are a certain few, usually on a Harley or on a GS. I don't know if that is factually correct, but it's definitely what I have seen. Is as Max 100R would be saying, you know, for not letting on. And yeah, one of my bugbears is like, say hello. How many people in the comments have been screaming that my full beam's been on for the last, well, however long. Oh, I am rubbish at this bike life, but I do love it. Oh, it's very windy, so I do apologise for the sound quality. I hope we can, even though I have to put some music to this, but yeah, the wind is belting me from the side, but it's worth it for those views. Oh, look at that. we get views like it in Dorset, and you just kind of take them for granted. But yeah, growing up and born here is, yeah, it's such lucky. Realise how lucky you are in life to be born into being able to have a motorbike and see views like this and just go through, do what you want. It's, yeah, lucky people. That's a view, isn't it? I really want to get a decent camera, so if there's anybody that's got any kind of tips on that, you know, I would love to be able to stop on my bike and take photos. But yeah, the iPhone doesn't do the some of these views justice sometimes, so I would love to be able to carry in my bag in my top box, or in the tank bag, a nice little compact camera. I usually would follow this all the way into Weymouth, but because it's so windy, I'm going to turn off left in a few miles, and we'll take the steep hill up and go and see Harley's Monument. I hope my heavy breathing's not too bad. Being a 20 stone fat man that really needs to go on a diet and lose some weight, it's hard not to get out of breath sometimes. But if anyone, yeah, any tips on where to put the mic in the helmet? At the moment I have it right at the front. I've got a Shui GTR 3, and I've kind of got it on its magnet right at the front, but it is quite close to my mouth, so we'll see how it sounds when we get back. Thought there was something nice in there. Only a Porsche. So yeah, it looks like my bike is going to be put back a bit. I was hoping to have it for the start, like the new year. I thought they were coming out, because obviously they're out in Japan now, the Honda CB1000Fs. And I have seen a few videos online where people have been riding them in Japan, but heard a few rumours that they're going to be delayed in the UK. Obviously I was told kind of January, February, but that may go on into the further, which means maybe I should go and test ride some bikes. I thought about the Tracer 9. I am a Yamaha fan, so but the bike that I sat on at the show that I really liked when I sat on it, not the most practical thing in the world. I'm not sure it being the only bike would mean I'd do less miles, but that's the XSR 900 GP, and if anyone's seen it in that new yellow and black colour scheme, it looks amazing. It really does. And when I sat on that, I thought, oh, that looks special. And yeah, I don't look after this bike enough. I'm terrible at maintenance. I haven't washed this in a few weeks, and with the wet roads being as they are, I really should. So we're going to turn up here, up towards Harley's Monument, 2 miles away. Yeah, it's a beautiful bike. It is, it really is. I'm not going to lie, my stomach was up against the tank, shall we say. So if you wanted to get into any kind of sporty position, my baby bulge may stop me from getting into that kind of position, but I think you could do at least a few hours on it before the wrist started to hurt. I say this without actually ever ridden a bit like that. I've always ridden nakeds or this adventure bike, but yeah, it's definitely a bike that I should give a go to. Sorry, I should have said then, Nationals! I do love a Teapot One video, and yeah, the clan and everything it is, I think it's a great idea, and something, yeah, which brings people together is anything like that I do get drawn towards, but yeah, watch from afar rather than join in, so maybe that's something for this summer to try and get on a few rides with other people rather than chatting to myself. Usually I carry on in the winter tour in Steepleton, but we are going to turn off and see if we can get a better look at Hardy's monument and drop down in to the other place I love the most, McDonald's, but we won't be stopping. Well, I'll tell my wife if she's watching this I didn't stop, honestly, and then I'll go in and have my dinner as well. Put the visor up. Hopefully it's not too noisy, but I'm starting to steam up a little bit, even though I've got a pin lock in. Oh, that's better. Get some air in. Living in Dorset, I really should be doing some green laning. I did look at a CRF 300, but yeah. A friend I used to go mountain biking with, he's just turned 40, Craig, if you do watch this, tell Michelle it's time to get a bike. Bit of green laning on a Sunday around Dorset on motorbikes, because I'm too fat and to go mountain biking these days. So there it is in the future, in front of us, over the cattle grid. Look like Richie Villa. There we have it, Hardy's monument. Know nothing about it. Done plenty of walks around here, but apart from it, probably for Thomas Hardy, who was used to live, I think maybe born in this area. But yeah, but good view up over the hills of Dorset and back towards Dorchester, which is where I live. Maybe I should turn the cameras off now, because my church is about to come up on the left hand side, McDonald's, and if I turn it off now the wife will not know if I did or didn't go in there for lunch. But for you lot, I did, I promise. I really didn't. Watch and wait. I won't be the fat boy biker forever. It's always busy, there's no car park. You know you're in the rural villages when you've got two tractors parked up outside to go and get their lunch. It is the tractor run tonight, so we'll be going. Give the boys a nod. We're all dressed up for tonight. There's a tractor run going around Dorchester. I'm going to take my son and we're going to go watch that. I might add a bit into this video right at the end just to show you what it was, but all the tractors, all the local farmers and everything dress their tractors up, loads of lights, and here we are, Charlieville, or Poundbury as it's called. all made by sausage fingers himself, our king. I'm not sure. It's a bit of a sore subject in our town, but there we go. So may or may not have just eaten a double quarter-pounder cheese, chips and a milkshake. Let them through. Or maybe starving and it's about my lunchtime, so we'll let you decide which one of them is the truth. For now, goodbye, and hopefully this is not a one and only video. Hopefully there will be a few more, but I'm sure there's going to be some teething problems, and I'll work out some better positions for the mic and try and cut the sound, the wind noise down. But for now, that's me done, the Big Belly Biker, Kevin. What day?